Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, can you hear me?
Hi, how are you? I don't actually see you. Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't see you.
Oh, oh, there you go.
I can just see a bit of a dark shade. Oh, okay. Now I can see some of you now. Hi, finally we are online. Sorry for all the technical glitches.
Yeah,
Yeah, so before we start, how's your morning been?
it's been a busy, crazy morning, but it's been okay. I think the internet's been a bit fuzzy today. So,
Join the club. We can join the Internet Buddy Club. I've had that issue as well. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I sympathize with you because I've been having the same problem, and it's never actually ever happened to me in history that I'd have such a dodgy internet. Actually, it happened to me actually last Saturday, and I was hoping it would never actually be repeated, but it's okay. I never like to have
Please.
these issues because it makes me come across as, you know, not professional and fun. But anyway, that's cool. We're finally online, and I shall finally ask you these questions. Out of curiosity, the first one I wanted to pitch to you was how did your journey to alternate health practitioner and mental health practitioner, and actually as a mental health practitioner, revivalist, and skin care specialist start?
Yeah, it's quite a lot of things going on there. Um, so, well, with alternate health, I think it was the first thing that was my journey started there. It was in 2010 that I was actually put on medication, Roaccutane specifically for my acne. And then what happened with that is I think that it changed my system completely. It was about 2012 that I started to get really ill and then ended up with a pseudo brain tumor. And it was in 2013 that I actually got that diagnosis. And then, well, to get an appointment with the endocrine specialist would take about 6 months, which time wasn't really on my side because by 2013, the beginning of 2013, I was going blind. And my mom is the one that stepped in and said, you know what, I think maybe we need to go with nutrition and we need to fix this with food. And it was, she's just a big influence when it comes to health as well in my life. And took me a year to completely reverse the pseudo brain tumor. And so after that, I think my love for food and my love for nutrition and all things in that sphere, like just started to like birth. And unfortunately, in 2019, I had another scare with liver failure. This is when I contracted hepatitis A, and it was through, we had sewer line workers in our area, and I made contact with them by passing them a soap. And yeah, ended up in hospital and once again, was ill. But this time it was different because I never suffered with digestion issues. I never knew what people were talking about when it came to those things. And then I all of a sudden started to have every digestion issue known to man. That was especially when I went on the journey on my own. And it's when I had to experiment, and there was so much of trial and error, and that's what actually triggered where I am with um, uh, helped, I think tons of people, and it's why I'm actually, being more vocal on social media as a result of that. With mental health practicing, I would say my job uh, deals a lot with health, but you can't really address health without also addressing your mental state and, also processing and decision making, which is something that I work with, especially in coaching people. And so regarding that, I think the journey started with myself and having to heal a lot of unhealthy habits I had developed over the years, also with food. Even though I was a healthy eater, there was still parts of me that, with depression or anxiety and stuff like that, that I suffered with, trying to heal those areas. And then was people around me started, why don't you post something inspirational once in a while on social media, because I wasn't posting so much. And then I started doing that, and that's when as well. I got a lot of feedback from people saying, this is really helping me and stuff like that. And that's what pushed me to go and get a qualification in the area of mental health. And it really it feeds into each other. I would say Revivalist is where my faith comes in, and like my faith is a big part of who I am and what I do, and also influencing heavily on what I post. I usually link a lot of sometimes things with regarding health, and then regarding mental health with a lot of scriptures from the Bible, just because it's super encouraging, it's really edifying, and it really helps. A major part of the community that follows me also happens to be a Christian community. So revivalist happens to just be, a revivalist is just somebody that revives other people, kind of, you know, pushing the narrative of, becoming more aligned with God. And, and that's what I basically do. Is everything that I do is stick. It's number one, addressing your health, addressing mental health, and then also including my spirituality in that as well. Skin specialist is in fact all to do with my old diplomas. I have like 3 international diplomas, facial electrotherapy, body electrotherapy, beauty, etc. I'm also a qualified iridologist, which feeds into alternate health. So I'll tell you about iridology. Iridology is where the iris, which is the colored part of your eye, and I basically expand that on a laptop, and I'm qualified to analyze what's going on within your body through your eye. And yeah, so how that actually works is you've got little fibers in your eye. Your fibers are connected to your spinal nerve. Your spinal nerve is connected to every other nerve in your body. And as a result of that, when I look at the fibers in the eye, I can actually tell, okay, this is an area of inflammation, this spot. And so I'm trained to kind of analyze where these changes are, and I can see directly into the body in terms of like, if somebody's on the verge of a heart attack, if somebody has, gut inflammation, those things are super clear to actually see and analyze. And then I do a full comprehensive analysis and report for clients. And then we work from there with meal planning, with the health coaching, with certain detox programs that I do as well. And yeah, that's the journey.
Wow. Okay. Who are the people that you look up to in these respective spaces you've just mentioned about?
So I think one somebody I look up to, Dr. Julie. She is very, very like social and does a lot of short videos on mental health and just brings it down to ground level for people to understand. I like her approach, and it's a major influence on how I also break down concepts for my clients. Another one, I think Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg is like my favorite person to follow, because he's another one that he was a chiropractor, and then somehow he found his way into holistic healing, and he takes huge big concepts and he breaks them down super easy for people to understand the human body and anatomy. And again, that's been a major influence on how I also try to use social media and then try to break down big concepts into small, digestible concepts for people to understand. I would also say my spiritual influence would be Dr. Jolyn Whittaker, and she's super influential in the holistic space, just taking the Bible, using it in health, in mental health, and making it very practical for people. And yeah, I would definitely say those are my major influences.
What has been your highs in this journey thus far in these respective spaces?
Well, I would say one of my recent ones would be that came in, and she came to me just because she wasn't sure if there was something going on with her nutrition. She could not get pregnant. And
Oh,
9 times out of 10, we have to look at food. We have to look at the imbalances in not only food, but hormones, but also stress factors, etc. So we did a whole consultation, and we looked at, what are the areas of um, inflammation and things like that. I did a whole chop and change on her diet, and it was within 2 months or so. After implementing everything that I we basically ran through, yeah, she got pregnant and she's super happy, doing like really well. The other high I would also say is regarding mental health. It was a lady that, and it was just as I was studying and stuff, she came in and said, you know what, this is the story I have. I'm just depressed and I'm suicidal like all the time. There's nothing that makes me happy anymore. And we literally just took her through a journey of just putting her emotions into boxes and helping her decision making process. And now she's a such a happy person. In fact, she's very influential in her workspace. She is an she really is also that I gave her, and now she's being very vocal and actually doing conferences and stuff like that now. So that's been amazing to see. Um, yeah, it's been great.
okay. And the lows, if there have been any in these respective spaces?
I would say one of the biggest lows that will always be a low is I know that I can help tons of people,
Hmm.
but I think the people that I really want to help are the ones that are closest to me, and those are generally the ones that feel like, nah, I can do without it. I don't really need the help and things like that. So I wish that I could help more people that are closer to me, but it all starts with accountability, and it all starts with, you know what, I have an issue and now I want to receive the help. But I haven't had specific lows within my industry. I must be like really lucky.
Hmm.
Um, but I haven't really had too many lows. But yeah, definitely a low for me is always can't get to the people that I really, really want to help.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so what are your future plans for this year and beyond?
Definitely, now that I'm posting more on social media, now that I'm being more vocal, which is a big thing for me because anybody that knows me knows I'm a very private person and I don't like to post anything. But I do it for the very fact that I can help people with the information that I have. It's the reason why I post. It's the reason why I want to be more vocal and have more of a relationship with just the broad spectrum of social media, and the people. The people are the most important thing. So I want to get onto more platforms. I want to aim to do more speaking engagements. Um, and definitely grow on social media, grow on any platform, quite frankly, that I, just because I know that I have, and I really really want to do that this year. So yeah.
Okay. My final question to you is, what are your words of inspiration for people wanting to enter your spaces?
Definitely, I think that within my industry and regarding health, nutrition, mental health, and things like that, there's lots of people that will be on social media just for a self-gratification thing and to make it about them, and that's not how it should be. Within my industry, the thing that pushes me the most is to help people, and that's how I measure success. In fact, it's when my measurement of success is how many people's lives did I change today, how many people were influenced to think better, to do better, to eat better. It's a matter of pushing selfishness aside and all before you. And if you make it about adding value to people's lives, you will always be successful within the sphere of mental health, alternative health, perhaps in your spiritual journey. As a professional, you always have to make it about people, and it's an act of service. This entire life is all to do with service to mankind. And if you address things that way, you'll always be successful. Success will always find you. Definitely.
Thanks so much for giving me your time, and hopefully the first of many, and better luck with the
Yeah.
network on my side.
Now, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been like super exciting.
You're most welcome. Take care and God bless.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.